When I wanted to stand up to speak, my friend Alero tried to stop me. He said I wasn't an economist. He said I was a motor park economist. I'm not that. My economics is based on common sense and my reading. If he goes ahead, I will press for parliamentary charges against him.
That's serious.
Mr. President, I thank you for this comment. There is a lot of effort that has been put into this paper. I agree. Some of the issues you have raised. Mr. President, there are some of these issues that are very important to our economy. And these issues are very, very germane to the survival of our country as an economic giant. When we say that the blame game is over, I want to emphasize that the blame game is not yet over. Why? Because we are all students of history, because we are also what? Politicians. We want to know what went wrong and why we are where we are. Mr. President, you are a governor, I was a governor, he was a governor, this one was. We knew what President Obasanjo did to create huge reserves for this country, saving for the rainy day. And that was why by the time he was leaving, over 60-something billion was put in our foreign reserves. This is very, very important. Now, this money is no longer there. But remember what the former governor of the CBN said. Professor Soludo, one of the best, one of the brightest in the industry, not only in this country, not only in this Africa, but also in the world. After that, he said what? Over $60 billion had been stolen from the public team. Another governor said $20 billion. It was additional to what Soludo has said. I'm not a mathematician, but 60 plus 20, that is 80 billion. And let's make allowance for monies going to some other sources and so on. At least we should be able to recoup $50 billion. If we succeed in doing this, do we still have to sell our assets that is being canvassed? Do we still have to sell these assets? As Alero's motor park economics, the thing is very straight. There is a buyer's market and there is a seller's market. If you want to dispose of your oil assets at this time, when the price of oil has priced, precisely how much are you going to realize? We are making a mistake here. What we are intending to do is to ensure very unfairly and very unpatriotically that those who are within the bracket of that 60 plus 20 will still come to buy at the lowest rate the national assets. I believe this is not the time to strip these assets. Fortunately, the governor It's working. Fortunately, the governor of the central bank made a statement, and a very powerful one, that the recession, the worst days are over. The worst days are over. And therefore, we have to look elsewhere. Do you know, when you mentioned agriculture, nations which are today's advanced came through industrialization through what? Agriculture. And so why don't we put so much in agriculture to try to revamp this economy? I am worried because people who are telling us to sell these assets are people who have a rich pocket. I don't have a rich pocket. To me, even I borrow to survive. Or I borrow to serve my what? My constituents. So that thing should be for us. So our assets must remain for us. And let me tell you, even Saudi Arabia, if you said they wanted to save part of their nationals, they didn't. There are other areas we can tackle. For many, many years, we have been talking about cash call here. Nobody has ever satisfactorily answered that question, whether it was Iguela, one of the best in the industry, whatever. And therefore, okay.
Distinguished. You round up. Huh? No. Round up.
Tampering with this mic, and I want to believe it's not my brother. It's not my younger brother. In any case, I'm trying to make a point here that frankly, order! I am trying to make a point here about this cash calls. We have been talking about cash calls. And remember, since the what? Was it the 6-7 when I was here? We've been talking about cash calls. The whole issue is about what? Technology transfer. Are we going to continue to do this for over 30 years? Kaba, even a toddler, you know, you have a baby, after he begins to try to walk, after he still walks.
Distinguished Senator, I'll have to need to round up. Please.
My points are very, very clear here. And you have taken note of them. And I want you to please look at this. Forget about partisanship. As Dino said, remember there is one member of the House of Reps in US. He is a Republican. He said he's going to vote for Hillary. His loyalty is what? To the country, it is not to the party. I thank you. And even George Bush, I want to thank you for being like that person. Let's not be partisan. Let us do what is in the best interest of our country. I will always support that. God bless you.
Thank